You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Game After Show.
I am excited to be here. Thank you for doing, and we are here doing another great show on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am your host, Fallon Mercedes, and we have a special new co-host. Well, he's not new to you guys. He's new to me because I was gone, and this is the after show for The Game, episode number 17. Miss me while I'm gone? Is that it?
Miss me a little when I'm gone.
Miss me a little while I'm gone, and I hope you guys miss me because I miss you.
Did.
You did.
We did.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to have a guy co-hosting here.
That's what we said. We're like, yes, finally some testosterone.
Yes, we needed some of that. So please introduce yourself to our fans that maybe didn't get to see you last time.
Perfect. I am Kevin John. I am the testosterone supplier.
Yes.
And I'm really just here for eye candy. So
Yeah, I believe that. I truly
absolutely not. But no, honestly, it was awesome doing this with you guys last week. And it feels good to be up here. I'm so blessed and happy to be working with beautiful, talented ladies. So
I love your energy. Where can we find you online?
you can find me online on Twitter at Hey Kevin John. You can find me on Facebook. Kevin John Peters.
to get this together.
Something about that, yes.
We got
have
you.
to
We'll
get
help
this
you.
together.
Exactly, I do. You know what it is? I'm nervous because there's just so much beauty around me.
That's
so I
what
can't even
they
talk
say.
straight. I'm
Yeah, you better say that.
Good one.
Exactly.
Now, my lovely other two beautiful co-hosts, if I was a guy, this is how, he probably is nervous because
Right?
I'm looking at you ladies. I'm like, wow, you guys.
Boom.
I have to
Pose.
see?
You are.
Look at it.
Vogue.
Please introduce yourself.
Like, this is a cover girl.
I'm Megan Thomas, also known as @MakeScoop on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley Gray. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter at tweets Nina Marie G and on Instagram at Nina Marie Gray.
And you guys on YouTube watching or, AfterBuzzTV.com, give us your comments, rate, subscribe, show your friends, and let us know what you think of our beautiful Ashley Gray's new bangs. I love them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And also, if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure that you call us at 424-256-1729. We would love for you to join us in the conversation.
Yes. All right, so this episode started off with a little naughtiness. We see Keira, being a little dirty. Showing Blue something to miss that night, and he was really not missing much. He was at the club. What did you guys think about that?
He should have been honest to her. He should have been honest, I think, from the jump and said, yes, I'm in the club. And I'm sitting on the toilet talking to you.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Like, okay, so as a girl, if you know that your guy is out and you're not in the same city with him and he's out, don't you feel a little special when he is like steps away from the party and just like, I just want to talk to you for a minute? Like, that makes you feel special,
I think
right?
exactly. And I don't think that it was a big deal.
Right.
I mean, why not just tell Keira that you were at a party? It's not a big deal. What is the big deal is that you lied about it and you didn't say, actually, I'm at a club.
Well, I can relate to him with that, and I'm sure it was just fear of the fact that she may overreact if she found out that he was out chasing Tailfeather in the club, whatever the hell. So I think he did that to kind of just, make things easier.
Well, this just goes back to what I said last week. I feel like their relationship is immature. It does not lack love, but it lacks maturity because two grown people are going to be honest with each other if you're mature. It's like,
I love that.
seriously, like
I don't know,
you're in the
Ashley.
club. Like if Honestly, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did it before, where my dude was at home and I didn't want him to know that I was at a club, so I sneak off to. Actually, I went outside and I was like, "Yeah, I'll call you back. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah," but that was me.
Okay.
I was immature, so I can speak on it because I'm speaking from experience. It was me, and I was immature. Sorry about that.
Well, you've grown a lot since
I
then.
have, and I think Blue needs to grow up a little bit. I think it was
Yeah.
immature of him to be sitting on the toilet lying that he was at home.
Yeah, to me, he should have just been texting from the club. Hey, babe, how are you? What are you doing?
No,
You know?
because I would call. I'm like, oh, you texted me? Let me call you to say good night, baby. You know what? Let's
Show
Skype.
me, yeah, show me where you're at.
Right, because he says she says that they were supposed to call, but they were supposed to talk, but she was like, it's a little early, whatever. So, and I mean, of course they have to talk versus texting because that was already expected. Like we're gonna talk tonight. So, but the other thing that I have a problem is why couldn't you hear the music from the bathroom?
That's what I was gonna say. How the hell this guy is in a club in the bathroom? Now we've all been in club bathrooms before. You can hear the douche, douche, douche.
Yeah.
People yelling, people coming in and out the bathroom, and all. And it was like you could hear a pin drop in there.
Well,
so.
Another concern of mine is why is he sitting on that public toilet just
With his
chilling?
pants.
Like he's just like at home on the couch. Like that is nasty.
Oh, he had his pants on. It wasn't like he was bare bottom on it.
It does not matter. If if a piece of my garment like brushes against a public toilet, I'm dying.
But
like
not even a public toilet, but a man's public toilet.
My goodness.
Well, guess what? You know how many people have been sitting on those seats today, yesterday, the day
Some
before?
germs are
and
good
then
for
some?
you. Public, ask Britney Spears. We all know. Public bathroom germs are not the best. No, stay away from them.
Hold on,
Just saying.
that one just went a little over my head.
You don't
Britney
remember when she was
Spears.
walking barefoot
Right,
out of the
yeah.
bathroom and paparazzi caught her?
Oh, okay. yeah,
Trifling.
That was country, huh?
Yeah.
That was very country. And a little bit hood. Let's talk about hood. In the club, there was a fight. We see Malik, he sees his old assistant, talking to Franco, her rapper baby daddy, and there was definitely signs of abuse going on because they're arguing back and forth, and you can see him like kind of not hitting her, but kind of like
Getting aggressive.
Right, yeah.
pushing her, and that was Malik's cue. He said to go over there and step in, and I really thought that was nice of Malik, even though he's no longer having her employed for him or with her, but he still feels like, you know what, I need to look out for her.
Right.
What did you guys think about him going over there and stepping up?
I mean, I thought it was very courageous as a man. That's what you should do. When you see a woman that's in distress, you see somebody, I mean, not even as a man, anybody. If you see somebody that's in need, it's your duty to help them.
Yeah.
But I understand on one hand why Blue stopped him the first time and said, hey, that's not your problem, like, be careful. But on the other hand, I'm also mad at Blue for doing that because when you see, y'all could have went over there together and said, hey, yo, dude, like, calm down. You don't have to be like that. Or they could have alerted some of the bouncers like, yo, they about to fight. You got this man about to beat up this woman. Like, that's never okay. So I think it could have been handled a little bit differently, but I do appreciate the fact that Malik went to go help this woman in need.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't think that he should have went over there. I think he overstepped his boundaries. This is an ex-fling of yours, and you're trying to step to her and her boyfriend. That's between them two. And like his girlfriend said, Malik's girlfriend or whatever you want to call her, that she is not your problem. What I do agree with Megan saying that he should have alerted someone else, a security guard, a bouncer, some of the people that they were rolling with, like, hey, they're about to fight or, something like that. But I just don't think it was his place. He just added fuel to the fire, and I'm sure we'll get to why I'm saying that he just added fuel to the fire later on in the combo.
There was definitely a lot of adding fuel to the fire. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to add my fuel to this fire and state that, I completely understand where both you guys are coming from, and I agree with you, Megan. As a man in that position, especially if you see a female that is getting back, we already know that's an unfair fight,
Right.
But in that sense, I felt it was right for him to go and engage it, but he should not have initiated violence. I think once it went to the violent act, that's where he should have been a little
But he
reluctant.
didn't initiate. I didn't think he initiated because Franco's the one that threw the bottle first.
He threw the bottle, but he still put his hand, when he put his hand up on his chest, he was still in his face. Like, you could still be like, look, man, and still stand your
I
ground.
feel like that's what Malik did because Malik didn't have his. Franco put his hand on Malik's chest, and Malik was like, yo, dude, get your hand off my chest. And that's when when Franco took that bottle and
But
threw
see,
it.
this is the problem. The problem is, see, Malik has a lot to lose. That D-list
True.
rapper has nothing to lose.
Very
it's,
true.
It's like all these athletes that you see now, they get caught up in this kind of just ratchetness in clubs, you know?
Ratchetness.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't think of a better word to use there.
But no,
I love him.
Right.
Side note, I love him.
He's awesome. Kevin's
I
awesome.
love you too. All of you guys. But no, I do think that he just had too much to lose. And when you're in a position of that, you have to be conscientious of that.
Right.
That, look, you know, I am somebody of high status. You know, I am somebody that, you know, the public and, you know, will be scrutinized by the public for anything that I do because of the position I'm in. So that he should have been cognizant of that. But
Yeah.
And I think that's why Reese was so mad.
Exactly.
That same exact point. Like,
Exactly.
you've got a lot to lose here.
And I feel like later on in the episode, when we see Blue's dad, he was kind of saying the same thing to Blue. Like,
Right.
you're not Kanye West. You are not a rapper. You need to be focused on your game. Your career is football. That needs to be your priority, not trying to save. I don't want to say the word.
Save H-O-H.
Yeah, in the club, exactly. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from. He needs to be able to put his career first, but you could still help.
Yeah, of course. Like, I agree with what everyone is saying. Like, I feel like Malik should have helped, but his whole approach, even though Malik was not the first one to throw the punch or to throw the bottle, his whole approach was just too aggressive.
Yeah.
And especially with Malik knowing that, okay, Franco is, you know, a violent character, he should have approached that situation totally different. Maybe he should not have went directly up to him, maybe a couple of steps back and like, hey, what's up, what's going on? Or he should have called the girl over and be like, hey, come over here. But I mean, I just think it was totally, the whole approach was completely off.
I agree.
He came up to him like they were buddies.
Too much, because if somebody rolling up on me like that, I'm not going to be calm. I'm going to be like, oh, what you trying to do? Wait, what's going on here?
Definitely
So,
not buddies or serial buddies.
Nah.
Megan, you always do the greatest serial buddies throw, so I'm going to give it to you.
Love the segue
Yes,
there.
they're never buddies. So if you want to know about some buddies, make sure you go to serialbuddies.com and download the new movie, Adventures of Serial Buddies. If you download the movie, it helps us right here at AfterBuzz TV. It helps us to keep this programming going, free from ads, free from buffering, free from all that stuff you don't like. So make sure you download the movie. You can go to iTunes as well and just search Adventures of Serial Buddies. Everybody's in it. Maria Menounos, Beth Bears, Christopher McDonald, Christopher Lloyd, the voice of Henry Winkler, my mom, your mom, everybody's mom is in this movie. So make sure you download the movie Adventures of Serial Buddies and help us here at AfterBuzz TV.
And it's a very entertaining movie. You can just, relax with
Funny as
your
hell.
friends, get a good laugh,
Yes.
have a drink or two,
Right.
maybe some Chardonnay.
That's right.
Now, Chardonnay was drinking a lot of Chardonnay in this episode, alongside her lovely sidekick,
Tasha
Her road dog. Her road dog,
Man.
Tasha Mack.
I feel when I was watching this episode and watching the two women in the bed drinking alcohol, boo-hooing, it really reminded me of me and my girlfriends. When you go through breakups, that's what you do. You sit there and you soak and you drink and you cry and you watch love stories with your girlfriends. Did you guys feel that way?
No, I didn't.
I felt that way.
No, I appreciate how Chardonnay.
Hold on. Megan be at the club partying with Blue and Malik, like, yeah, I don't need him.
I'm so old. I'll be in the bed, sleep. No, but I'm saying, so the thing about that I liked was that Chardonnay came in there, like, she wasn't having a pity party. She wasn't sulking. She's like, look, I should be the one that's mad, Tasha. You should be over here crying for me or helping me get through this because I'm the one who has not talked to my man in days. We've been broken up longer than y'all have. And she's like, I'm smiling. I'm looking fabulous.
But Tasha is such a great manipulator that later
is.
on we see Chardonnay in the bed drinking,
Right.
and then at the bar looking a hot mess.
Right.
Hot breath in their pajamas, having
fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
mimosas.
Wouldn't that look like fun? Like, we just don't go
I think,
downstairs.
First of all, I would like to say that when you add alcohol to a bad breakup or to a bad emotional situation, you are going to be ratchet. You are going to end up at a bar at 7 o'clock in the morning drinking mimosas in your pajamas. So I do not condone, mixing all those bad emotions with alcohol.
Right.
However, it did look like fun.
It did.
I'm trying to, maybe
for real, didn't get dressed up. They were like, let's just go downstairs.
I'll do it.
You know, get
I'll
some
do
drinks.
it.
You know what I think we should
fun.
do? I think next episode we should come in our pajamas, have a little Chardonnay, toast up to the game, and
I'll
get
do
a
it.
little emotional on here. You guys
Exactly.
down? You guys down?
I'm down.
And you guys
I'll
can
do
watch
it.
in your pajamas, take some pictures, tweet at us, Instagram us. I think we're gonna have a pajama party.
I don't have pajamas.
I want to
so-
see your sexiest boxers. Okay.
Oh, look. See, I wear briefs.
Even better. Watch out.
Believe
Hold on,
me,
boxer
you don't want to
briefs
see my body
or
in briefs.
briefs?
You may mess
Kevin,
around and throw me a sandwich or
Are
something.
you boxer briefs or briefs? Like
it
the
doesn't matter.
like the tidy whities.
When it's laundry time, yes,
I want to see some tidy whities.
I like having my stuff secure.
They
Something
still
Okay.
make tidy whities.
they do. So, anyways,
Speaking
my-
of tidy
my
whities,
pers-
hold on. My dad. Whenever I think of my dad, I think of tidy whities. That was his
Right,
thing.
that's like an
that's
old people type of thing.
It is off the subject. Okay, back to the subject. Back to the subject.
Well, my perspective on this whole thing is I'll be honest, and this is from a male's perspective. I don't understand I guess somehow being therapeutic, consuming lots of alcohol, staying in bed, watching romantic novels, eating ice cream. All that. You see, I honestly can't relate to that, and I don't understand that.
because you're not a woman. You do not have estrogen. You don't understand when it's almost that time of the month and things start going on.
I'm glad I don't understand that
You
part.
just start craving chocolate.
Right.
You start wanting to cry and fight somebody all at the same time. You're breaking out. It's just.
Sounds like too many emotions all
It
happening
is.
simultaneously.
So
Called a
that's why
woman.
you need
Called a woman.
ice cream, alcohol, and bad TV.
well, I
But
definitely
what
have a
you-
newfound respect for my women after hearing all that.
Right, watching your stories, aka the Weather Channel.
But what
That
you
was
should
funny,
not
right?
do is try and bring down your friends, which is what Tasha was doing to Chardonnay. She was like, okay, well, yeah, I'm sulking in bed, and misery loves
Loves
company.
company.
Right.
So
Oh,
guess
and
what?
Tasha
She
loves that.
scooted over in the bed and was like, come on and join me. And Chardonnay took the
Fell
bait
for it.
and fell for it. It ended up in the bar drinking. But then she came to her senses and realized, you know what? We look a hot mess. What's going on with us? Tasha, you need therapy.
Yeah.
There we
I
go.
like how Chardonnay said, I knew I should have listened to my own advice.
Right.
Exactly.
That's been the problem
Hello.
with Chardonnay this entire season. Chardonnay's not strong enough
She definitely
to
isn't.
be around somebody that's as strong and aggressive and assertive as Tasha. Because when you have somebody like that, they'll make you rethink your own good choices and think like,
Exactly.
am I wrong? So she needs to stay away from Tasha because obviously she was doing good. She was smiling. She was like, I'm going to get through this with my husband, even though we're not talking. And then she allowed herself to get sucked into Tasha's black hole as she always does.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Tasha. Obviously, she has, I believe, she brings out the worst of people.
Right.
She has a very just negative outlook on things, and it's almost cancerous, being around her because that negativity will spread. And the unfortunate thing is it did get the best of Chardonnay, but I think just seeing Tasha acknowledge the fact that she may need therapy and someone to talk to upon the conclusion of this episode is like a sigh of relief.
Right.
It is.
She needed counts of therapy since episode 2. So,
Right.
And I liked. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of sighs of release and, needing something therapeutic when you're feeling, crazy, you can always go to iTunes and watch this after show as well as AfterBuzz TV, other after shows. So make sure that you rate, comment, and share when you get on iTunes. Tell a friend, join in on the conversation. We love to hear your feedback. And it's a great way to support us here so we can keep delivering content like this to you every single day.
And how many stars?
5 stars, of
5
course.
stars.
Rate us 5 stars and leave a comment.
And subscribe.
Beyonce
And
dance
subscribe.
now.
And subscribe.
5 stars, yeah.
Now, I was gonna say something that was good.
I'm
You're
sorry.
going to
I
segue
thought
with
you
5 stars.
No, I wasn't.
You're
Okay.
talking about
You're going to talk about
Chardonnay.
Tasha.
Chardonnay,
When they were at the
Tasha
bar.
Mack at the bar. It's
No, but I will say that, it's so funny that Tasha so badly wants misery.
Okay, now I know
Misery
what
loves
that's
company. Okay, well, go ahead and say it before you forget.
Okay. it was funny to me that Tasha automatically thought that everybody she engages with is in the same boat as her.
Yeah.
She thought, oh, you're fatherless too. Oh, you're from the hood.
Right.
And Chardonnay's like, no, my mama was the secretary of the head of the school district. No, my daddy was, the general manager of GM.
Right.
Like, no, I came from a parent home. I went to summer camp, and she's like, what? You ain't one of us? So it kind of just, and even the bartender, I thought that was funny.
He's like, I had two parents
too.
She tried to say my foster brother Javier.
By the way, Albie Shore was playing that role today, by the way. He stepped in, did a phenomenal job. So
he
shout
did.
out.
I liked his little Jerry curl. He was looking pretty good. But it was nice to see Tasha, the light go off. She really realized she needed help. We're finally going to see her go to counseling. Yes. And I'm sick of seeing her just vomit on everybody, basically. Every person she comes to, like you said, it's cancerous. She's just letting it all out. So finally, she's going to sit down with a professional. And I'm very interested in seeing what else is going to come out. I wonder what else happened in her childhood where she is behaving in this way as an adult. We know she's fatherless, but what else happened to her? I want to know more about Malik's father. What was their dynamic, their relationship? We know she was a single mom at a young age, but what happened? What we don't see him, we don't hear about him. What's going on?
No, we've seen her dad. We've seen his dad before. Remember, in past seasons, we've seen Malik's dad.
Not much enough to know really what happened between him and Tasha.
I think it was they were just young. I think they just and then they grew apart, and then he got married. Now he's married with a daughter, and Malik's got a sister or whatever. But I think I will say this: she's just messed up. She's lived a life that has had a lot of tragedy and heartache, and I don't think she's ever healed from that. And so that's why she brings a lot of the crap into her life that she has now. But I think it'll be funny to see what happens when she goes, because we saw the preview. I guess we'll talk about that in predictions. But when she goes to therapy, this is going to be interesting.
Tasha is a victim of the two B's: bitterness and baggage. And
no, I don't think so. I'm gonna have to stop you right there because I think that I know that all of us in some way we're all damaged. We're all open to being hurt, and I don't think that she's she may be bitter to some extent, but she's not a bitter woman. What I feel is that she doesn't have people around her because she's been so caught up in this fame and fortune for such a long time that she has never had a group of women around her to really kind of take it to that level and be that emotional support and be there to talk to her about real issues, real problems, not the sunbeams, not talking about football players, not talking about managing her son, but really sitting there with her. She doesn't have any sisters. We don't see any aunts. We don't see any grandmothers.
Any strong women, by the way. No strong women.
Yeah, so I don't think that she's bitter. I just feel like she's tired. And people get it confused between a woman being tired of life and all of these curveballs throwing at them and then a woman being bitter. I'm just saying because don't be calling my black women bitter because all black women are not bitter.
He didn't say that.
I did not. Thank you.
I'm just saying, but she's black, and I had to go ahead because I know some people probably thinking it like, oh, them black women, they've always bitter. No, player. I just had to say it.
Can I elaborate?
Hold on, wait a minute. I just want to say I'm laughing because of the whole. I'm still laughing from 2 episodes ago. It was like stage 5 clinger over here. Like I'm still laughing.
First things first. Let me elaborate on that. I did not mean to label her the angry black woman.
You did, though.
I did not.
You take my sip of water.
I didn't mean to expose any wounds or anything. Or reopen any. But no. See, this and I love
Get
you.
real. I am gonna stand over here. Girl, I ain't trying to get hit.
Y'all about to see Ratchet Ashley come out. She been hiding.
She gonna go from teacher to ratchet in a hot second,
All right, we got Tasha in the mix. Tasha has visited us today.
But what I was gonna say on top of that is I do agree that she does have a level. I'm gonna label it bitterness if you just want to call it, some past
She said
upset,
tired.
betrayal, tired. Yeah, she seems exhausted. But whatever it is, bitterness, tired, exhaust. The thing is, we all, like you said, everyone has dealt with that at some point in time in our life.
Yeah.
But it's all how you deal with it, and it's all how you choose to deal with it. Everyone handles adversity, opposition. That's inevitable in life. But it's all on how you deal with it. And I think she has done a poor job of dealing with that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to get better if she continues to do the same thing.
True.
Yes, she needs strong women around her. That would make all the difference
She's only
in the world.
had Kelly, she's had Melanie,
wasn't?
Chardonnay.
No.
None of these women are strong in their own right. So I think this will definitely help her by getting some therapy, some help.
Yeah.
I do want to point out the fact that when they were at the bar, her hair, Tasha had a ponytail that was just like brushed out,
And then she had, like,
and these
a
curly
fries
bangs.
in
You
the
know,
front.
right? You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about Anna Mae, Angela Bassett playing
Yes.
Anna Mae at the very beginning of the movie.
Yes.
What's Love Got to Do with It? With them curly bangs.
Yes.
I said, oh Lord, Anna Mae has made a visitation on the game.
She anime.
Right.
But speaking of strong women,
Franco was Ike
Ike
Turner.
Turner.
oh yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
or Chris Brown, however you want to look at it.
Oh, here we go.
Too soon.
Going back to what you were saying, speaking of strong women, I feel like, Tasha does need strong women around her. However, they don't necessarily have to be strong, just wise and available to give really great advice. Like Chardonnay, I don't really see her character as being really strong, but she does deliver really great, accurate, and good advice. So she just needs people around her who love her, like genuinely love her.
But this is the thing, the best advice Chardonnay gave her was the first 10 seconds before when she was like, I'm happy. Yeah, before she got sucked in. I thought she said just a beautiful, quick little monologue there. I'm still happy. I'm still going on with my life. Blah, blah, blah. And then 2 seconds later, cancerous came up in it.
But at the end, she was like, you know what, you need therapy. And then as we see
It came full circle, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Circle of life. Hello, Lion King.
The circle.
Baby. Now, but speaking of strong women, so Reese is I appreciate her. I think she's a very strong woman. I will say that.
Yeah.
And how she
is.
treats Malik.
You can tell she came from a 2-parent home.
Oh, wow. That was low.
Just kidding.
It's a low blow.
Ouch.
Do you think so so with Reese being mad, I guess, that Malik has yet again got himself into hot water, do you think that she was justified in walking out when Tori came?
Yes.
No, I don't think she should have walked out. I absolutely don't, because obviously, especially with what he was going through at that point in time, I think she should have been that support system for him. And when she just basically deserted him when the other girl came to and he was trying to explain it. Everything that he did was he was honest. He wasn't doing anything, deceitful, conniving, but he didn't betray her or anything. He was being honest with her. And I think he needed her at that point in time more than ever.
He did. I think this just proved that she was in a relationship with him or engaging in whatever with him for selfish motives. It was really for,
Boom.
To show off her father.
I agree.
And no, I feel like in the end, when it came down to that for her to walk out, I feel like it was really about her.
I don't agree with that at all. I feel like, was she justified to walk out? Yes. Should she have walked out? No. I do, but in her situation, I don't blame her.
Yeah,
or I don't ridicule her for walking out, because this other girl who my boyfriend or the person that I'm dating just walked in, and they have a history, and they were sleeping together, and Malik was always there for her. That would make me uncomfortable. I would go to him and say, Malik, can we deal with this later? Like right now, we need to deal with us. And that's what she said. We need to deal with us right now. And Malik was like, okay, baby, wait 1 second. And then went back to the other girl, and then went back. It was just too much. I would have got irritating, like, you know what? Do what you got to do. I'm leaving. I was expecting Malik to go after her, and he did not.
Right.
And then homegirl ended up he smashed the homie.
Right. He had sex with Tori. Yes.
I don't think that it
The
was.
girl already done left by then at that point.
Wait, did I miss
No.
that? Where?
Yes, you must have missed that.
He
honey.
smashed the homie girlfriend.
But he already smashed her.
I
It
know.
smashed again.
No,
they had
after
a
afterwards.
re-smashing
Right,
episode.
he was calling Reese and he was getting the voicemail, and then you see Tori walking with the sheet wrapped around her in the room yet again. I'm like, oh, so
Which
now
implied that they engaged in activities.
So I will say this. I think that Reese should have left him because honestly, she was from the beginning. She was like, we're going to take this to the next level. I'm here to help you. And then that help turned into a relationship. So for her, it was about, I'm here to do this for you. I haven't talked to my father. I have sacrificed so much for you. So much for you. I have not talked to the man who has given me life. So just for you. And now you're
See,
sitting
I would
here.
never done that for any situation, so that's really on her.
That is, you're right. I will say that. But she says to him, we can't deal with her right now because Tori is trouble. Let's just be honest. When Tori was his assistant, she was a yes woman. She always did whatever Malik wanted, even if it was to his detriment. So she's not a good person in his corner. And then now he's getting caught up with, obviously she wasn't asking for, trouble. This man was trying to beat on her in the club, and Malik was just trying to help her. But at the same time, like, send him a text, honey. You don't have to come by and send him a text and say, I'm gonna come by, or say something.
Yeah.
Don't just show up at the man's house because you don't have it like that anymore. So I will say that was Reese. You should have left him, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But, I think another problem is, first of all, that just exposed the fact that their relationship was more a business, I think, versus,
Definitely was.
love in personal.
Right.
And, the thing is, I feel that I don't think he did anything wrong at that point in time. You guys are
I
saying
don't
he should have
either.
ran after her and all this other stuff.
I feel
No!
like
Hell to the no.
I so agree with you. I feel like, okay, say you're my man. Right?
Okay.
And
I love the role play. Let's role play. All right. Yes, baby.
And I'm Reese, right? I feel like when you're the girlfriend or
Right.
the main one, whatever you want to call it, there should be some confidence. Now, if I know he used to date you and whatever it was, and you were being abused in the club and you came to apologize, I would let you go to, and I would hold down my man. Like, okay, handle that.
Thank you.
I'm your girlfriend. You're coming back to me. So for her to just walk out, I feel like she was just at her breaking point.
And it shows her
And that's what-
insecurities,
Yeah.
And if she was confident and firm in the fact that that was her man, and then there is no running out. No, baby, you need to. Yes, that's a conversation maybe they should have had, and that wasn't the right time to have it. But just running out and abandoning your man when obviously he's in a vulnerable stage after all of that. That is not the business.
Well,
And I
first
feel-
of all, she did not run. She walked out. Okay.
And she looked at Tori like,
she had stepped down, all right.
And I wanted
she did.
to.
She shook the bangs on him.
Jesus, take this wheel,
I
Lord.
think they put something in our water today. This is not water. This must be something else.
No, but seriously, I think that the relationship between Malik and Reese, it was business at
Right.
first. So of course, the business aspect is always going to be there because they started off as business partners, and then it evolved into something more than just that, love or whatever they were doing. So of course, there's always going to be that business correspondence between both of them. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
But I think that. Just like I said before, is she justified? Yes. Should she have? No. Of course,
Right.
I would have stayed there and held my man down. But at the same time, if I was in one of my little moods, I probably would have shook the bangs out. I'm like, I got to go. Like, I can't do it.
Bangs out.
I mean, come on. Us women, we get like that. If we're in one of our moods, why is she here? And she kept saying, really, Malik? Now, us women, we ain't never said that before. I know I've said
That's
that
the
before.
worst.
Really?
You don't
You
like
choose
her?
her.
I do not
You gotta
like
choose
it.
her. You
Because
gotta
it's-
talk to her, huh?
Seriously.
Really?
So, I mean, I think that this situation was very realistic, and even in situations like that, you have to think, like, should I leave? Or I think that she left. She shouldn't have, but she
Yeah.
did. So what? She's
would've
not
stayed.
wrong.
Yeah.
If that was your man, what would you have did?
I would have stayed right there, and I would have stood
Why?
right next to him as he talked.
I would've stood right next to the girl, like, what you gotta say?
I would be like, no, go ahead and talk to Tori, as I stand right here and look at you guys.
Exactly. That's exactly what I've done.
And if she asked for privacy, I'd have been like, no,
Nope.
you're more than welcome to step out of my man's home. But I don't. Anything you say, I mean, and of course he would need to say that. It's not something. I think that's a respect thing too.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
anything you say to me, you can say to my girlfriend because there's nothing, nothing secretive going on here. So you can tell her too.
And you know what really annoys men that women do sometimes?
Uh-oh.
And I know there's a million things that men do that annoy women, but you know
When
what
they
really,
hold their pen and talk, right? That's really annoying.
you don't like that? I'm actually all right.
He's drawing.
So what is when women have those one words like really or wow or even the wow, and it's a word that basically implies a million different things, but they don't say it. They just
But
say,
you wanna know-
oh, wow, really? That's
Okay.
right. You know the one.
Okay.
Oh, just say what's on your mind.
I understand that we have the reallys and the wows, but you want to know why we say
Break
that
it down.
really
Why?
and that wow?
Why, Ashley? Why?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, stuff that heifer when she slept with my man. That's where the reallys and the wows come from because I left and then he ended up smashing the homie. When I leave, like dang, I thought we had something more than what obviously it is because you just smashed old girl. Like what? Wow. Really?
So, well, hold on. So, okay, so I was thinking
Double teamed on you.
Right. So do you think he loves Reese more or do he loves Tori more?
He doesn't love neither one of them.
I think he cares for Tori more.
yes.
Yes, Tori more.
I think it really showed when he was like, oh, that's my call to step in. I think there was always something there stronger, and I think he just didn't value her as much before. But then when she no longer worked for him and then he seen her in a bad situation, I think it kind of opened his eyes.
What do you think?
I kind of think the same thing. It's clear that he has a heart for her.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. When he was speaking to Reese, and he was like, "You got to understand, she's not from a privileged background.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to speak with her. Somebody needs to help her."
that was serious compassion right
Yeah,
there. That he
very.
showed.
I've never seen him that compassionate.
Very
Yeah.
true.
So, I mean, I guess to answer your question, I do think he cares for her. And like I said, I think the relationship with him and Reese, thank you, was strictly, it was more business that got into a relationship that,
Yeah.
But then why is he still calling Reese as after he smashed Tori?
He's just compassionate about everybody.
nobody cares.
I like
He's
that
like,
answer.
He's a sensitive
my
man.
heart and my other things,
Man parts
are compassionate about you.
He's
and
conflicted.
Yeah.
He's conflicted. But I think that with Reese, I feel like it's a controlling thing. Like he likes the fact that he can control her. I think that he loves the fact that she depends on him, or he will.
Reese or Tori?
Tori.
Tori.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sorry, guys.
I'm getting them both mixed up too.
No, so
it's-
with the jump off, with the smash the homie chick, I feel like
the
that
homie.
he likes the idea of controlling her because in a sense she's like a little puppy dog around him. She just does whatever. She's the yes girl.
I think, and honestly, I think he really likes Reese, and he feels like he needs to have a woman like Reese in his corner. To progress as a man and to become a better man. But I think the reason he is always drawn to Tori is because she reminds him of his mother. She's a single mom. She needs help. That's what he's used to. He's used to women like Tori.
Ooh,
Let me ask.
good one.
Yeah, that is good.
That
As
was
every man is
deep.
attached to them. Yeah, that was.
Right.
Ooh.
Tori is his mama. She got drama. She's a young woman. She's got a son, she's a single mom. Yeah.
Way to bring some depth into it. Actually, I don't even know if I was going to say what I want to say after that.
Well, do you want to go into predictions so we can?
We We'll wrap up. This is our last topic now. A lot went down between Keira and Blue. Keira was so sick of Blue partying, lying to her while he's at the club, and he was just a mess. So she called Papa Blue. What was his name? I don't know. Colonel Blue. Colonel Blue. Yeah, Colonel Westbrook. Now, the Colonel came in and was just like, this is not what I raised you to be. I did not wake up at 4 a.m, train you, and then have to go to work for you to be acting a damn
Waterboy
fool.
people, by the way.
Exactly. To be acting a damn fool, messing up your career. And what was surprising and probably threw everyone off was that he wanted him to not only stop partying, partying, stop drinking, but also stop with Keira. He wanted to break up with his little girlfriend. And here Keira thinks she is, oh, I'm the savior. I'm going to save him. I'm the good girlfriend. Colonel looked at her like, sweetie, you're the jump off. You need to go back home.
Unemployed actress.
Unemployed actress. I was like, ooh.
And then she was like,
Get to the
I
stuff.
just did a movie, though.
And he said shoe, too.
Yeah.
He said shoe. Like she was a pest.
And I love how, Blue really showed that he's a man and he has it under control. He obviously respects his father, but he was just like, listen, I'm not breaking up with my girlfriend.
Right.
I love her. Did you hear? It broke my heart. I was like, Jay, Boo, no.
I loved it. I was so like, yay. And she was like, hold on, what'd you say?
He was like, I said I was a man. I'm a man.
No, you said you loved me? I was like, yes, he finally said it.
He
It was so
did.
wonderful. I'm glad. I mean, obviously, he does love her. I mean, we've been knowing that.
Hello.
So finally,
They can say it,
finally said the L word to each
Cat
other.
is out the bag.
Right.
Cat is out the
And he
bag.
stood up to the Colonel for her.
He did.
That
he
was big.
really did.
Don't you hate over here on this
The
love?
moment
I don't
of
know.
truth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Well,
really
before-
feel like. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
We're
ahead.
just cutting each other off.
Yeah, I
I'm
really
sorry.
feel like you should stop cutting me off.
I know, go ahead.
But it was so cute the way you did it. We are kind of like a couple. So, anyways, I'm taking this role playing too serious. But no, what I was gonna say is that I before you sprinkle in your
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
before you sprinkle it.
Cancerous sprinkle.
Yes. I always bring,
Cancerous
because
sprinkle.
I always bring the truth, man.
You do.
I'm like, no, you got to play both sides of the fence.
No, you
So
do.
I love it, but I got my cons, pros and cons.
Absolutely.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
I forgot. But no.
All right, I'll say what I was gonna say.
Say what you were gonna say, damn it.
I love how I was watching this and I really felt like this was a soap opera, like a novella. Like
Right.
we've been watching them this whole time, and then
Right.
finally they said it. Finally they're in love. Finally Tasha's gonna get counseling. Finally Malik is kind of becoming a man in his own way. So it's nice to see these characters, evolve and grow, and it kind of just reminds me of us AfterBuzz hosts, We're all evolving and growing with the shows.
Oh, it's so cute.
Aw, that is. I kind of want to end on that sentimental moment, but I was gonna say what I want to say. What I was gonna say, and it actually something I brought up last AfterBuzz show. What is the one thing that, as a woman, you can't do to a man?
I think you always have to respect your man. I think if you don't respect your
Hold
man,
on, that you shouldn't do or that you cannot do?
That you should not do to a. I'll give you a hint. Tasha did it with Rick Fox.
Emasculating a
Yeah,
man.
exactly. When Tasha took over for, and I look at this the same thing. The fact that she took her own initiative to call his dad to tell him to come down and straighten him out, or whatever her motive was for doing that.
You thought that was emasculating him?
I think no. The thing I'm saying is I don't think that she was right for doing that, and I'm kind of happy Cornell served her in the way that he did, because that wasn't for. I don't feel it was her responsibility to step in and do that.
listen, you his girlfriend, but you ain't his wife. Sit down.
But I'm saying though, I think that was because she's and she says it when he comes back to her apartment and she's all hugging on his waist, dragging, which was so cute. She says to him, the reason why I did that was so drastic, yes, but I had to do that because I don't want you to end up like me. I don't want you to be hanging on to a junket or a movie hoping that this is reviving
Lindsay
your
Lohan.
career. Right.
Yeah.
She's saying that she doesn't want him to go down the same path that she did, and she sees it clearly with him partying and carrying on and fighting and drinking. So I think for her to call his dad was a bit extreme, yes, but she loves him and she cares for him that much that she was willing to take that risk.
I agree. I think the intentions were great, but I also think that she could have had that conversation
Ooh,
with him.
Ashley is ready to say it's
But
ready to
Ashley's
come
getting
on,
ready
go
to
ahead.
erupt.
I can just see it building
I'm
up
not.
inside her.
I
yeah.
Gang's gone wild.
No, I just think that their relationship is beautiful, and I love the fact that they did express that love between one another. But I still think that the relationship is very immature, and they have a lot of growing to do. And even though this episode, the ending was so beautiful and romantic, it's not gonna end well. I think there's a lot of arguments that are going to erupt in the future.
For predictions.
Predictions. That's a good segue.
There you go.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
I got the lights.
Oh my gosh, we got the lights popping off. So that's what I was saying. I just feel like their relationship is not where it needs to be throwing around "I love you." Because if you love the girl, why did you just lie to her about something so petty of being in the club? You know,
Because they're immature.
Exactly, and I just don't like. It reminds me of high school when I was in love in high school, and it's like, I love you. Like it's just that puppy love. It's not. They need to grow up a little bit. It's just not. It's not sexy to me. It needs to get sexy. Right now, it's just cute.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. So
Well,
bring
I
some
say
sexy back.
my
right?
prediction is that when Tasha goes to therapy, it's not going to help her. At least not for the next episode. She's not going to get fixed.
She's so stubborn. Mhm.
That's my prediction.
My prediction is that Chardonnay and Jason are going to end up together.
Next episode?
Oh, this is for next episode. I'm sorry.
I mean, it can be whatever, but
I'm
I'm
forecasting
asking
the
you.
future. All
Okay,
right.
so you don't
next
think next episode, though.
Next episode. Yeah, I think that Tasha's actually going to get some help and insight from therapy. She's not going to change. It's not going to change her, but it's going to be a great stepping stone.
Okay.
And I predict Malik and the assistant will start a real relationship.
Boo!
Smash the homie.
She's gonna be more than a homie now. You guys at home, thanks so much for tuning in. I am your host, Fallon Mercedes. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Fit with Fallon, and go to my website, fitwithfallon.com, for all your celebrity fitness news.
I want to think.
Yeah.
Go ahead, where can we find you?
Where can they find you, Kevin?
You can find me on Twitter. You can find me drunk at a bar tonight. But you can also find me on Instagram at HeyKevinJohn. And you can find me here at AfterBuzz every Wednesday night with these beautiful ladies.
Oh, nice.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ashley Gray. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter at tweets Nina Marie G and on Instagram at Nina Marie Gray.
As always, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Meg Scoop, like scoop of ice cream. And don't forget to go to cerealbuddies.com and download Adventures of Cereal Buddies.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.